Hi, I'm Charles at Kaleidoscope Rock Academy. When I teach guitar, I often get students playing all 12 major scales in open position. It's a little bit more of a challenge on ukulele because we've got this one high string that often doesn't participate in the scales, so you're left with trying to find your multiple major scales just using the remaining 3 strings, but we're going to show you how to do that for keys of C, D, E, F, G, and A. And this is a standard ukulele tuned with a high G, C, E, and A. So our first scale is C major, and the red numbers on the diagram are your fingering or finger numbers. So this one's in what you call first position because your first finger hovers above the first fret and you lay out your fingers from there, though we don't actually use the pinky on this scale. I'm going to count you in to this example, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Backwards. One more time. The next key in alphabetical order, D, has 2 sharps, F and C. And we're going to start that one actually 2 frets up from the last. So that starts on the 3rd lowest sounding string at the 2nd fret instead of open. And then this one's in 2nd position, meaning that my fingering is going to lay out from the 1st finger hovering over the 2nd fret. So I get a little bit more reach. My pinky's up here on the 5th fret. And I'm actually going to use my pinky this time. So counting this one in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and... backwards. One more time. I'm using a felt pick that gives you a tone that's more similar to your fingers plucking the strings. I enjoy figuring out new things on new instruments, so it's been fun to take scales that I normally try to play on guitar and play them on ukulele. It's a little bit more of a challenge with having basically half a guitar in terms of real estate here. The next one is E major, and this one starts out in 2nd position, same as the last. And then we have a lot of notes that we've got to play up here on the 1st string, so we're going to shift from the 2nd position to 4th position to finish up the scale. So it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and shift here, shift back, another time, here comes the shift again, shift back. And that scale actually has 4 sharps. Sometimes videos or instructional things go in order of the circle of fifths, which gets you going in order of increasing complexity instead of alphabetical order, in terms of like going from less sharps to more sharps, less flats to more flats. I decided to do an alphabetical order here because it shows kind of more how you handle the ukulele fretboard, increasing like intervention to deal with the lack of strings. So this one is F major. We're basically running out of real estate because as we go up here, we can't go down to lower strings because there aren't any. So I keep shifting my starting point to a higher and higher note. So I'm having to do more fingering to get around that. This one starts in 1st position. And then on this string, we're going to cross over and start again in 5th position, my ukulele's 2nd dot, to finish up the scale. So it's going to be 1, 2, here comes F, 4, and... here's the shift or crossover. Then I go back to the 3rd finger. Again. Shift. Shift back. This next one we have to do that same type of shift again. You notice that because we're climbing up the first string increasingly, we use the same fingering to end a lot of these scales. This one's G major, starts here. It's going to be a second position because the first finger is hanging out at the second fret. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's that crossover again. Again, we went back to the pinky. Again. Crossover. Back to the pinky. So for this last one, we've totally run out of all real estate except for the first string. But I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it, one of which is kind of fun and clever. The first way would be just starting with the open A string. And to handle this, we're going to have to do a shift here and also a crossover. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and shift, crossover, back to the pinky, shift down, again, shift, crossover, back to the pinky, shift, open. But something else has happened now too, which is now we're in the range of starting the scale on pitches we can also find on the 4th string, strangely enough. So an interesting way to play this would be to actually play the first 2 notes there on the 4th string, and then you can get the 3rd note down here on the same fret on the 1st string. So it'd be like 1, 2, then the same crossover. That takes advantage of the unique way that the ukulele is set up. We got a little motorcycle action going on here next to the studio. I think I might have missed something because I was talking about motorcycles. Let's count that one again officially. 1, 2, 3, 4, and backwards. Again. Back to the pinky. So that's something unique to the ukulele's tuning that's kind of fun. Hope you enjoyed those 6 scales. We could tackle the other 6 in a future video. If you like this kind of thing, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.